Good evening, nursing student colleagues. I hope you learned from that first example video what motivation does not look like. That was not a teacher that I would want to learn anything from. She was sloppy, she was ill-prepared, she was disingenuous in your learning about motivational learning theories. I, however, am very interested in your learning of motivational techniques and learning theories. The first page of this website has already kind of examined what motivation is. There are various perspectives, but it all kind of boils down to what makes someone do something else. So within this site, I hope that you will be able to examine more closely the forces of motivation, the intrinsic and extrinsic motivators that drive people into performing a task. We'll look at various theories, the cognitive theory, humanistic theory, social learning theory, psychodynamic theory, and Keller's Arches motivational theory. I don't do a lot of time in specifically looking at what each one of those theories means because there are other members in this course and you all are going to look at those things. But what my duty was with this assignment was to look at how motivation is a portion of those things, of those theories. So while you're looking at my site, what I want you to consider is how that theory kind of plays with motivation and how when you're using these theories within your own coursework with your nursing students, or if you're in a staff development role with your nursing colleagues, how you can use these theories and incorporate motivation into them. There's also a brief slide about what potential outcomes would look like from motivation. Now, there's not like a real scale to gauge someone's motivation or what was gleaned from them being motivated per se. But you know, one thing that you can consider is definitely goal attainment. And then the last slide really speaks to what the characteristics are of a motivating teacher, what our role will be as a motivating teacher. So while you look at these things, just consider what you can do to motivate your students, and also what you can do to motivate yourself, because we are still currently students. We are always going to be lifetime learners in some aspect. So just think about what motivates you, things that you can do to keep yourself motivated, and when you find your own motivation waning or the motivation of your students or your nurse colleagues waning, what you can do to reinvigorate their spirit. I encourage everyone to give me useful feedback. I'm always looking for things that can make me a better teacher. And I'm also looking for ways to help you all be better learners. If you can't see it in the frame, I did take everyone's very useful feedback and I've purchased a nice external microphone because I know that it's been probably pretty difficult to hear me over the last 13 months. So hopefully this little buddy has helped out with that. I encourage everyone to go through the site. You might want to go through it a time or two, you know, just first glance, look through it, see what you get from it, and then if there's something that really sparked your interest, go back to it, spend a little extra time. There are some videos that are embedded within. Most of them are pretty short, but there's a very humorous one, or at least what I think is very humorous at the end, that will take about 7 minutes of your time. So I hope you enjoy. I definitely hope that you learn something, and I definitely hope that you come away with some techniques to keep yourself motivated and to motivate your students in the future. Thank you so much for joining me.